Hey everybody, Logan here. Yeah, today's an interesting topic, and it's, I guess it's something a lot of people seem to agree on. Then again, I'm pretty sure there are people that won't. And as you can see by the title, the Series X in 2022, the Xbox Series X just ain't worth it. Whoa. Okay, before all the fanboys get mad and start shaking their fists, again, if you watch my channel, you know, until just recently, I've been very, very pro Xbox. But that doesn't mean I'm anti Xbox. That doesn't mean I'm a PlayStation fanboy or a Nintendo fanboy. No, it's just this generation has changed quite a bit. And if you're comparing what's out to what's available, that's the big thing. The Xbox Series X retails for $500. Trying to find one is like pulling teeth, and if you do, you're lucky. And then if you find them at other retailers or eBay, you're going to be paying $700, $800, $900, depending on which one you want. And if you're trying to get the Halo one, forget it. But with that being said, the Series X just isn't worth it, mainly because, well, one will say you can't find it. Two, you can get a Series S anywhere. Like I went into Target today. There you go. You can see it. There are just tons sitting on the shelf. We'll get into that in a minute and why the Series S is the one you should get. But none of the games, very, very, very few games, and I've covered this before, are actually Xbox Series X games on the disc. A few more lately have been coming out. But what Microsoft does, and again, I've covered this multiple times, they put the Xbox One version on the disc, and you put it into your system, you put it into your Series X, and you update it to the Xbox Series X version. And then a lot of people, what's wrong with that? That's no big deal. Who cares? It allows more people to play. That's not the point. 20 years from now, if you still decide, hey, let me play my Xbox Series X. Oh, their servers are down. Why'd they take down their servers? Oh, because it's old. Like the original Xbox servers. Good luck with that. You're only going to have an Xbox One version disc to play. You're not going to be able to play the Series X, the best version of that game at the time. No, you're not going to be able to do that. Who knows? Maybe the Xbox Flubba Dubba. I don't know. They don't have a consistent naming pattern. Maybe at that time, if it still has the ability to play disc, maybe they'll be backwards compatible. Who knows? We don't. So we can only go by what we know. And that's today. So the thing is, you have that issue where the discs aren't the actual version you're buying. Two, Game Pass. Everything is on Game Pass. Every Xbox Series XS exclusive hits Game Pass day one. So, if you're subscribing to Game Pass, you're going to have those games, and you really don't need the disc version. You don't need to go out and buy it on disc. But the Game Pass model brings me to something. You will own nothing, and you will be happy, but that's a whole another story. Which, if you guys know me, you know I don't like that. But I'm a big physical owner. I like to own things. I like to have things, say it's mine. I work hard. I earned this. I bought it. You know, something like that. I like to be able to hold something in my hand, say it's mine, you know? But next, the Series X is more powerful than the Series S, but not by leaps and bounds. It's just the way Microsoft's, I guess, headed. The power's definitely there, but the ability to play these games are what a lot of people care about. And if you're on the tech side of gaming, yeah, you want a Series X because you want that peak performance. But most people don't really care about that. They just want to be able to play the new Forza, the new Halo, the Flight Simulator. You know, people just want to be able to play these new exclusives, and you want to be able to play them well. And that's another thing where the games are being hindered by the Xbox One version, and the fact that they're doing this The Series X, yeah, it can make it better, but imagine what more it could do if it wasn't being held back by the Xbox One. So it really, really isn't worth it. And then I wasn't going to bring PlayStation up into this conversation, but I think it needs to be said. Where going back to the topic where you have the PS5 version on the disc, the Xbox Series X version isn't on the disc. Yes, there are a couple exceptions. A couple. But it's not the rule. On the PlayStation 5 side, it's the rule. So for physical collectors, I think the PlayStation 5 is the way to go. But we're not comparing the two. In terms of whether it's worth it or not, I say just go get a Series S. One, you can upgrade the storage. They have the memory cards that go into the back, the SSD memory cards, which are pretty cool. You've got a 512 and a 1 terabyte upgrade, but you can get a 512 and the Series S, and it costs less than a Series X. And that's just MSRP. And if you're looking at, the aftermarket eBay third-party seller prices, you can get a Series X and that 1 terabyte card. Pop it in there, you have 1.5 terabytes, or less than what you can get a regular Series X for, eBay, third-party sellers, what have you. And the thing is, the Series S is a very compact system. It's a nice design. It's still compatible with all of your Xbox accessories. And yes, I have noticed that some things don't always look as good, but unless you're comparing them side by side, you won't realize. And the only way to do that, honestly, if you don't have two consoles playing the same thing hooked up to two different monitors at the same time, you're not going to see it. You can go to the Digital Foundry videos and watch their comparisons, and then you'll see it for like the Forza Horizon 5, and I think they did it for the Grand Theft Auto 5/online comparison thing. You'll see a bit there, but it really doesn't make that big of a difference. You will feel the difference if you're going from Xbox One to the Series S. The jump isn't going to be as massive if you're going from Xbox One X to Xbox Series S, but you will notice loading speeds and just performance is going to be faster. So you do have that, and honestly, with everything coming to Game Pass day one, it's just I think the Series S is the way to go. And most people don't care. There are those of us, like I said, like me, like most likely you who are watching it, maybe not. Maybe you're someone who doesn't really care, and that's cool, then this is for you. This is the exact video that you should be watching right now. But I think that the Series S in 2022, as of September. Wow, I'm getting ahead of myself. September of 2022, it's just the way to go. So with all these games coming out, or supposedly coming out, with all these upgraded versions of these games that have come out with, Halo, I'm not even going to get into that. But Forza, Microsoft Flight Sim. Now that's one. Microsoft Flight Sim is only playable on XS consoles. So there you go. And it's on Game Pass. But I think that's really the way to go, is the S. And I never thought I'd hear myself say that. I really find that it's a weird thing, but it costs less. You can walk into any store. $2.99. You get next gen experience. And then you can upgrade it. You can still put in what I have. I have the 1 terabyte in the back, and then I have a 2 terabyte external drive. And the 2 terabyte external drive is where I have my original Xbox 360, and Xbox One games. And then on the internal drives, I have the Series XS games and upgraded Series XS games. So they perform much faster. They perform better. Now, there is a little caveat. You can put the XS games on the hard drive, but then you won't get the XS version, give or take. There's a an Xbox One version, that's what you'll be playing. So you can technically do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would say put it on your internal drive if you can. Move things around if you don't buy that memory card. But hey, this is my opinion. This is from what I've learned. And hey, I have 2 Series X's. I have one in my living room, one in my game room, and then I have one Series S, which I do a lot. Let me take that back. I do all of the gameplay footage that you see when I'm doing a live gameplay or live reaction or something like that. I've got one coming this week that I'm going to have reaction to, and it will be played off of Series S hardware. So yeah, but hey, take it with a grain of salt. Take it as you will. This is just my opinion, and I think you'd be better off if you're looking at buying new Xbox, especially this Christmas season coming up. You've got the holidays, people are looking for gifts, and I think with it being readily available, it's a great option. I think it's the best choice today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Do you have a Series X? Do you have a Series S? What do you think is the better version of the two? Do you own both? Do you not even care about it? No fanboying. Don't take pot shots about the PlayStation's better. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the 2 Xboxes and comparing what's available if you want a new Xbox. But thank you guys so much. Like we always say, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on our socials. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.